Welcome to week 2 of Understanding Cheating in Online Courses. I'd like to just take a few minutes to do some housekeeping and talk about what's happened so far and draw your attention to a couple of things. And then I'll just briefly introduce week 2. I've done it for you in the introductory video and in the live session last week, but I'll talk about it briefly. So first of all, a few reflections about week 1. One, I'm just delighted to be a part of this course. Thank you for allowing me to serve as your tour guide for this course and for being a part of it. The contributions have been outstanding. Remember that the goal for week 1 was pretty simple. It was just to reflect upon some of the terms and the phrases, to develop a little bit of a common vocabulary that we can use as we speak about these topics moving forward. And in the discussions, it was delightful. I saw lots of people expressing their passions and their convictions about this topic. I saw a number of wonderful and interesting and sometimes troubling stories about cheating strategies that came from students. I have a few of my favorites. I'm sure some of you do as well. The neat thing is, as we went about reading the stories from one another, we also found that to be, hopefully, a way to refine our thinking about the terms and the phrases. So thanks again for a great week 1. I also enjoyed talking to some of you and interacting with some of you in the live session. I noticed that we had a lot of people watch the recording as well, which indicates to me that maybe time zones are a factor and that people might need different times. So I'll try to switch up the times for live sessions moving forward, but it's perfectly fine for you to just use the recordings, or if you don't want to watch them, you don't have to. Everything's optional in this course. The other thing that I'll mention is, now that we're going into week 2, I get to go back and do some grading, or really just verifying for the sake of the badges. That's the only reason we really have to do the experience points in the course. And I ask again, for those of you that signed up, I think there are only about 100 of you that signed up to receive badges. If you haven't, please make sure you do that right away, because as of Monday afternoon, I'll be working on trying to distribute the badges. However, please give me until at least Friday. So it's going to take me about 5 days from, by the time week 2 is almost over, I'll hopefully have the badges out for week 1. As I noted before, this is a bit of an experiment with regard to the badges, so things may not work perfectly. If you think that you should have earned a badge and you didn't get one, just let me know. Or if you got one and you didn't earn one, well, this is a bit of an experiment. So maybe you can just keep it, or you can let me know and we can take it away, I suppose. Whatever the case, this is meant to just be a little bit playful and fun, but a way to also acknowledge your contribution. Keep in mind that the badges are not really competency badges. These are badges that recognize your contribution. They're contribution badges. They're badges that recognize that you are involved and engaged and contributing to the learning community in this course around different themes and topics for the week. As we get into week 2, the theme for week 2 is comparing online and face-to-face cheating. So what's similar and what's different between the two? I have some online discussions available for you to explore that topic with one another and to reflect on it. I have other learning activities suggested as well. We do not have any scheduled live events for week 2, so you just have some time to reflect and relax. You have a variety of options from which to choose. Remember that everything really is a choice. You get to personalize and customize this course. Pick what you like, leave what you don't. And you can always add things on your own. Blog about this, share about it on Twitter. Some of you could create a Google Hangout and just spontaneously meet live and discuss things, since we don't have a live session this week. It's up to you. Please feel free to take some initiative. The other thing that I should mention here, as we're just doing some housekeeping and getting ready for week 2, is the schedule. So as I'd mentioned in previous correspondence, we have a growing number of really talented and diverse speakers for live events. All live events, the plan is to record them so that if you can't make the live event, you can still benefit from the content that's shared. We have guest speakers on a variety of topics, and I'm adding some even now. I just scheduled another one about an hour ago, and we'll probably add some more along the way. I'm not expecting that you make it to all of these, and yet I want to make sure that you know where to find them if you want to attend. By the way, the live events are open to anyone. You don't just have to be registered for this class. So feel free to invite your colleagues and your friends to attend the live sessions or to review the recordings of them. What I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier though is you'll see during week 2 that I'm going to try to add these live events to the calendar, and I'll try to create a custom page in Canvas that just has a single list of all of the scheduled live events. That way you can keep track of them a little more easily. I'll be posting them using the variety of time zones in the US: Pacific, Mountain, Central, and Eastern time zone. I realize some of you are in other countries, and so you'll have to do a little bit of translating there. I thought it would be a little bit overwhelming for me to try to include every time zone in the world for each event. However, that should help give you a guide. So we have a wide variety of topics, both from companies presenting as well as researchers and practitioners, and those will be posted here soon for you to see. Well, enough of me talking on this video. Let's get to the real work and dive into the week 2 readings and activities. I look forward to all of your great insights and interactions.